This is a message in the hidden Bible of Archangel Michael, meant only for the chosen ones who can ascend to 5D transformation. Archangel Michael said, "Nothing is by chance. If you came across this message, know from the start, this was not by chance. There is something greater orchestrating this encounter. On some level, your soul recognized this calling even before your mind could understand. This is not an ordinary message. It is a spiritual reminder for those who have always felt they came for something beyond the obvious. We are living in a time when many truths are coming to light. What was once hidden is now beginning to be revealed. But not everyone is able to perceive it. Only the chosen ones feel this movement from within. Sensitive, intuitive people who have always seen beyond appearances and never quite fit into this world. Maybe you have felt out of place your whole life, as if you were here but didn't completely belong to this place. Maybe you felt protected in moments that were impossible to explain, or had premonitions that saved you. This is not imagination, it is spiritual memory. It is the silent work of Archangel Michael alongside those who carry a mission. This message speaks of awakening, transformation, and ascension of consciousness, what many call 5D, not as a distant place, but as an inner state, a return to essence, a deep process that begins in silence, in truth, and in the courage to look inward and remember who you've always been. My name is George, and this channel exists to walk with you through this process. Here, we speak of real spirituality, awakening, and purpose, without masks and without fear. If something here touched your heart, follow the channel now. You didn't arrive here by chance, and this journey is just beginning. A silent calling. Since a very young age, you've felt that something in you isn't ordinary. There is an invisible presence guiding you, a force that seems to be preparing you for something greater. Even when everything collapses around you, your soul remains standing. You don't know how, but you feel. There's a purpose in all of this. This is a calling. While many are distracted, you observe. While many conform, you question. Even tired, you don't give up. Even without understanding, you keep going. This is the mark of the chosen ones. They don't have all the answers, but they have something stronger, a feeling that insists on remaining, even in dark days. The chosen ones are not born in easy places. They are placed in difficult environments, often among deep pain, loss, and rejection. And still, they bloom. Have you ever wondered why your life has been so intense? The answer lies beyond what the eyes can see. It's in the spirit. It's in the plan heaven wrote. Archangel Michael doesn't show up with spectacle. He acts in silence. He appears in the moments you think of giving up, but something lifts you up. He whispers through intuition, sends signs through feelings. It's not coincidence. It's care. It's presence. You weren't forgotten. You were chosen for something that is still being revealed. When the world says to go with the flow, you feel you can't. When everyone accepts the rules, you feel like breaking them. This isn't rebellion. It's spiritual sensitivity. It's active consciousness. You came with a different vibration, and that's why you've always felt out of place, strange, or even misunderstood. You're not losing yourself. You're awakening. And that bothers people. Your light bothers those who live in the shadows. Your clarity stings the eyes of those still blind. But you can no longer dim yourself to be accepted. Your spirit has already recognized the truth. Now your mind just needs to follow. The calling you feel is not a distant dream. It's a truth that pulses. And the more you try to ignore it, the stronger it becomes. Because your soul knows it's here for something greater. You are not just living, you're on a mission. And heaven knows it. Even when you doubt, The divine believes in you. You're here to transform, not to fit in, to remember, not to follow, to ignite, not to dim, and that begins inside. It starts with a silent yes, a yes to your truth, a yes to who you are, beyond the masks, a yes to the purpose that is still to be revealed. Michael is with you, not with golden armor, but with firm presence. He fights for you in the invisible. He guards you when you don't even realize. He lifts you when the world knocks you down, and he only manifests in those who have already been called. And if you've made it this far, you already know. You were called. The invisible war. The world is going through a silent war. We don't see bombs, but we feel the weight. There are no uniformed soldiers, but there are battles being fought inside every soul. And if you've been feeling tired, overwhelmed, confused for no apparent reason, know that this is not just yours. You are on a spiritual battlefield. The chosen are the first to feel it. Even before things happen, they already sense that something has changed in the air. They feel the energy of a room, the falseness in a look, the manipulation behind sweet words. This isn't a rare gift. It's heightened sensitivity. And this sensitivity exists because your mission requires constant awareness. Archangel Michael doesn't send the chosen to comfortable places. He sends them to where the light is off. That's why your life was never easy. Because you were called to transform the environment, not to blend into it. And deep down, you know this. You know something in you carries a strength that is still being discovered. You're not weak for feeling too much. You're strong because even while feeling, you keep going. Even tired, you move forward. Even without support, you choose truth. That is spiritual courage. That is soul maturity. And that's what Archangel Michael looks for. People willing to stand even when everything falls. The dragon from the Bible is no longer in the sky. Today, it lives in negative thoughts, implanted fears, distractions that distance us from our essence. The chosen ones know this, and that's why they can't live on autopilot anymore. They begin to question, to seek meaning, to be still, so they can hear their soul. This war isn't about defeating others. It's about defeating yourself. Mastering the ego, calming the anger, not feeding fear. Each internal battle, one lights more brightness around you. And that light bothers. That's why sometimes you'll notice people distancing themselves. It's not rejection, it's purification. Have you noticed how some of your life's pains made no sense? How certain breakups seemed unfair? Now you begin to understand. It was heaven clearing the way, removing what held you back, preparing you in silence. Michael never acts without purpose. Every loss brought you closer to your truth. In this invisible war, your weapon is consciousness. Your shield is faith. Your armor is truth. You don't need to shout, argue, or prove anything. Your energy already speaks for you. Your presence already impacts. And that's enough. Those who are ready will feel it. Those who aren't will leave. And that's okay. You are not alone on this battlefield. Heaven fights with you. Archangel Michael is present in every moment you choose the light. And no matter how exhausting this journey is, never forget, you've already won every day you didn't give up. And that's proof that you were made to endure. The invisible seal of the chosen. You don't need to wear a visible crown to be recognized by heaven. The true sign is in your soul. The chosen ones have a different sparkle in their eyes, a steady way of walking, a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. They are not superior, only aware. Even in the midst of chaos, they keep their faith alive and their conscience clear. When everything feels too confusing, when the attacks intensify or the doubts arise, remember, it's a sign that you're on the right path. Those marked by heaven always disturb those who live in the shadows, not because they attack, but because they illuminate. And light, even when silent, reveals what many want to hide. You feel this seal activating when something inside you pulses differently, when ordinary words no longer move you, when you feel an urgency for change, for truth, for purpose. This is spiritual. It is Michael igniting the memory. It is your mission knocking on the door of now. And it comes with strength, because the time has come. Being chosen is not about power. It's about service. It's about keeping your soul intact when everything around you tells you to give in. It's about continuing even when no one understands. It's about trusting in God when nothing makes sense. And you have done that. Even in silence, even tired, you keep going. You were sealed by something greater, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can erase what heaven has written about you. It doesn't matter how many have doubted you. It doesn't matter how many doors were shut. What is yours by mission will find you. And the seal you carry opens paths no one can block. It doesn't shine for the world, but it radiates in the invisible. If you felt that this message speaks to you, it's because it does. You have been recognized. You are one of the marked. And that confirmation needs no proof, because the soul recognizes what the mind still tries to understand. Walk with confidence. You are not alone. Michael is with you, and your time is now. The enemy is not external. There's a truth that the chosen only understand over time. The greatest battlefield is not outside. It's within. It's in the mind where the toughest confrontations take place. The ego, fear, guilt, pride, all of it tries to sabotage your essence. And the biggest trap is making you forget who you truly are. Since early on, the system taught you to stay quiet, to fit in, not to question. They said you were too sensitive, too intense, too different. But all of that was an attempt to mold your soul into something it was never meant to be. And even when you tried to adapt, something inside resisted. That something was your light saying, "Do not dim." The invisible enemy doesn't come with a face. It acts in thoughts, in doubts, in feelings of inadequacy. It doesn't want to destroy your body. It wants to silence your soul. And it does this with distractions, fear, comparisons. It wants you to live on autopilot, away from your truth. But your awakened essence no longer allows that slumber. Michael shows up when you choose truth, even while afraid. He appears when you say no to what wounds your soul, when you break ties that drain your energy, when you decide to rise even after falling. It's in these moments that his light surrounds you and strengthens you for the next step. If your journey has been intense, if the challenges seem bigger for you than for others, know this: it's because you are on a mission. Only those born to be warriors carry swords. Only those born to hold light feel its weight. You are not being punished. You are being trained for something greater. The greatest victory of the enemy would be to see you give up on yourself. But you are still here. You still believe. You still fight. And that is clear proof that the enemy has lost. You were called, prepared, equipped. What lives inside you cannot be bought, cannot be explained, cannot be extinguished. It can only be recognized. And today you are remembering. Ascension will not be televised. Ascension doesn't make noise. It begins in the invisible, in the innermost part of the one who truly decides to transform. It happens in the silence of the room, in the midst of tears no one sees, in decisions no one acknowledges. The soul's deepest movements are not exposed. They are lived. The ascension of a chosen one doesn't need applause. It needs surrender. While many rush to show themselves, the chosen ones retreat. They are not seeking fame, but alignment. They prefer clarity over visibility. They prefer being true over being popular. They know that what they carry is too precious to be exposed to the world's judgment. That's why, at times, they seem invisible. But in the spiritual realm, they are pillars. Many have no idea of the strength behind your calm. They don't see the internal wars you've already won. They don't perceive the depth of your silences. And that's okay. You're not here to prove anything. Your mission is greater than that. It's silent, but powerful, and all of heaven knows who you are. To ascend is not to stop feeling pain. It's to learn not to identify with it. It's to see beyond illusions. It's to stop reacting and start observing. The chosen ones don't get involved with just anything. They choose what they consume, what they hear, what they allow in, because they know everything is frequency. You no longer vibrate with what once distracted you. Conversations have changed. Your interests have changed. Your dreams too. That's a sign that the old no longer fits. It's uncomfortable at first, but necessary, because your soul no longer accepts what is shallow. It was made to dive into what is eternal. You weren't called to follow like everyone else. You were called to remember what the world forgot. Your light might not yet be understood, but it is felt. And at the right time, those who vibrate like you will find you. Meanwhile, Michael walks beside you. Steady, silent, present. Trust this process. Don't rush anything. Don't try to prove anything. Just keep going. Each choice made in truth is one more step into who you were born to be. Ascension is discreet, but it transforms everything. And those who live from within will never be the same on the outside. Divine protection is real. You've been through situations that felt like the end, but they weren't. You've been in places of pain where no one saw you, yet you were sustained. You didn't come out of there by chance. It was deliverance. It was divine intervention. It was Michael in action, protecting you silently while your soul was still gathering strength to go on. Spiritual protection doesn't come with spectacle. It doesn't appear with lightning or visible signs. It happens in the unseen, in a precise and constant way. It's an unexpected yes, a change in path, a delay that saved you from something worse. These are details the mind ignores, but the spirit recognizes as God's care. The chosen don't go through life unscathed. They feel everything intensely. They are tested, shaken, provoked. Often they face deep pain and silent losses, but even so they keep going, because there is something greater sustaining each step. Even when everything seems to fall apart, there is a light holding the foundation from within. That light is Michael. He enters into battle for you when your strength is gone. He whispers hope when fear wants to take over. He strengthens your faith when circumstances try to steal it. And even when you feel alone, he is there. Not visible to the eyes, but felt by the spirit. It's not arrogance, it's alliance. Those who carry light disturb, but they are also protected. The attacks come, but they don't remain. The winds blow, but they don't knock you down. Because your foundation is beyond this world. It's rooted in something human eyes cannot see. It's anchored in the spirit. With each step, you are being guided. Even when you don't understand, even when you're in the dark, you were not left to chance. Everything is being led with divine wisdom, and the signs are everywhere. When you choose to see with the eyes of the soul, everything changes color. Michael is with you, not just as a symbol, but as a living presence. He knows your pain, your effort, your silence, and he continues to guard you. Because your path is not over. There are promises to be lived, there are missions to be fulfilled, and you were chosen for this. Trust and continue. The awakening of the mission. You are not here by mistake. Every detail of your life, even the most difficult moments, had a reason. Archangel Michael has already stated, nothing is by chance. There is a greater force guiding your steps, even when you don't understand. Now that your soul has awakened, you can no longer go back to who you were before. Something has started to pulse inside you, a desire to make a difference, a calling you feel even in silence. It's not about fame or recognition, but about truth. It's as if your soul is remembering what it came here to do. And in this moment, everything that doesn't make sense begins to lose its power. This mission doesn't begin with great deeds. It begins when you decide to be true to yourself, when you choose to act with love, even when it would be easier to shut down. The chosen ones are like this. They live from the inside out. The mission begins in the heart and spreads to everything they touch with presence. The mission does not depend on titles or positions. It depends on presence. It depends on your courage to continue even when no one applauds you. It depends on your daily choice for truth. And that strength is already within you. You don't need to prepare anymore. You are already ready, even if you don't realize it. There are people waiting for what only you can offer. They will come closer at the right time. Your light will attract what is real, and your energy will heal effortlessly. Because when you are aligned with your essence, everything around you begins to change. The mission begins to live in you. You are the bridge between two worlds, the connection between the visible and the invisible, the link between the old and the new. Your life plays an important role in this transition the earth is going through. Don't ignore this calling. Honor what you feel. Because now that you have awakened, there is no turning back. The era of the chosen ones. Now that you remember who you are, everything changes. You no longer fit in the same places, the same ideas, the same cycles. Because your soul has been activated, and once awakened, you see what used to go unnoticed. You no longer seek what is shallow. You recognize what is true. You were chosen, not for being better, but for being available. Available to face your own pain, to look at yourself with honesty, to transform what could have destroyed you into something that now heals. Heaven recognizes your surrender, and Michael is by your side, not as a legend, but as a living presence. If you've made it this far, know this. Your soul has already said yes to something that is still being revealed. These words were not just heard, they were felt. Because when truth touches the heart, there is no doubt. You are not reading just any text. You are receiving an activation. You are remembering what you have always known. Maybe the world still doesn't understand everything you feel, but that no longer matters. The recognition you seek comes from above. It comes from the connection with something greater, and that connection is already alive inside you. Every choice made with truth, every silence respected, every pain turned into light. All of it is part of your path. The journey of the chosen ones was never easy, but it has always been sacred. It is in pain that they find strength. It is in emptiness that they hear the voice from above. It is in rejection that they discover the value of their own presence. And now that you recognize this, you no longer need to try to fit in. Your place is wherever your light is needed. You are not late. You are not lost. Everything happened at the right time so that you could awaken with maturity. What hurt you shaped you. What you lacked strengthened you. And what seemed like confusion was preparation. Now that you see with the eyes of the soul, everything begins to make sense. Archangel Michael is still with you. He always has been. Not in crowds, but in silence. Not in applause, but in solitude. He manifests where there is truth, where there is faith, where there is courage. And if you are here, it's because you carry these three forces within you. Even tired, you remain. Even in doubt, you feel. Times are changing. The Earth's vibration is rising, and the chosen ones are key players in this transition. You are one of them. Your sensitivity, your truth, your inner strength. All of it is a tool for transformation. You don't need to make noise. Your presence is enough. And it is already being noticed in the invisible. Trust the next steps, even if they seem uncertain, even if the path feels dark. You don't need to see everything now. You just need to walk with faith. Heaven takes care of the details. Michael takes care of your rear guard. And your spirit will guide you as it always has, gently but firmly. May this message stay alive in you. May it serve as a reminder on difficult days. May it be a silent hug when no one understands your walk. You are not alone. You never were. And now, more than ever, you are being guided with clarity. Just listen. Just trust. Just keep going. If this message spoke to your soul, leave in the comments. What touched your heart the most? Your sharing may illuminate other souls who are also awakening. You are part of something greater. And when the chosen ones unite, heaven manifests on earth.